Hello, and welcome to 15-Minute Memoir Magic. I am so happy that you are here today, where we are going to dive in and talk about overcoming writer's block. Writer's block is normal, it is something that most writers will encounter at one point or another, but it should not frustrate you. Um, because I'm going to give you actionable strategies that you can use to move past writer's block. Basically, let's define writer's block. Before we move any further, let's talk about what it is and what it isn't. Writer's block is a state where you feel unable to write or produce new work. And like I said before, it is something that many of us deal with. But we don't have to remain stagnant and we don't have to remain frustrated by writer's block. So I'm going to dive right in and I'm going to give you 5 strategies to overcome writer's block. They are free writing, changing your environment, writing prompts, setting small goals, and taking a break. So let's start and I'll explain each one. And while I'm explaining them, I want you to think about which one you want to use and which one resonates the most with you. And tell me in the comments, have you tried any of these strategies? Do they work? Which one are you excited to try? So first of all, free writing. My suggestion is to set a timer for 3 minutes and just write. Let it flow, write freely without abandon, and just let the words come. Don't have any expectations. Let your writing come, your thoughts, and before you know it, you'll probably have written several paragraphs, and bam, writer's block is gone. So my challenge to you after we're finished here today, if you want to try this one, is to grab a pen and paper, set your timer, whether you have a kitchen timer, a stove timer, your phone, whatever works best for you. If you want, put on some music and write. Try it for 3 minutes. If it's working well, build to 5 minutes, and so on. And before you know it, you will have overcome writer's block. The second strategy I want to share is changing your environment. Do you always sit at your desk in the same spot, the same room, same time of day, and try to write? If that's not working for you, get up and move around. Think about a new place where you might want to write. The weather is beautiful. If it's not too hot where you are right now, get outside. The sounds and the fresh air may stimulate creativity. Go to a cafe. Maybe you can tune out the buzz of the coffee machines and the eating and the drinking and the talking and really dive into your writing. Find a co-working space. Maybe go to your bedroom. If it doesn't bother you too much, sit in bed, not under the covers like you're going to sleep, but sit in bed and propped up with your laptop on your lap and write. So that's a suggestion. Change your environment. So we have talked about free writing, setting a timer for 3 minutes, changing your environment. And we're going to move on to strategy number 3, which is using writing prompts. Now, this is a favorite of mine. I have created a free resource all about writing prompts. It's my 10 strategies, 10 writing prompts strategies, and that's free for you to download. It's on my website. It's in the link in my bio, but a writing prompt is a wonderful tool to use to spark creativity and help you think of something that you may want to write. It might help you remember an old story, an old scene, someone from the past, an event, but use a writing prompt. They are great for leading to unexpected inspiration. The fourth strategy that I want to share with you is setting small goals. That's right, goals are necessary for us to reach any accomplishment, and setting goals helps you on the path. It gives you something to work towards, something to look forward to. But the key here in overcoming writer's block is to set small goals. What I mean is achievable goals. Let's say you want to sit down and say, I am going to write 1 paragraph. That may not sound like a lot, but if you've had if you have had writer's block and you are struggling to write, then setting small goals can help you get to that point where you have words on the paper, your thoughts are coming together, you're getting your message coherent and out there. So set a goal of one paragraph. If that goes well, up the ante. Say, I'm going to write two paragraphs, or your goal can be, I'm going to write about a new subject that I've never written about before. And that'll give you a challenge to sit down and prove to yourself that you can take a subject, any subject, and write about it. So maybe set a goal that you're going to write about a different subject a week, one new subject a week, or you're going to write 5 minutes every morning before you have your first cup of coffee. That might be difficult. Maybe you need your first cup of coffee and then you can write. But set small goals, because you know what happens when you set small goals? You achieve them. And when you achieve your goals, no matter how big or how small you may think they are, you feel good. You feel inspired. You want to move forward and you want to keep writing. And it gives you that sense that you know that you can do it. So let's recap. We're about halfway through the prompts that I wanted to share with you. And we have talked about what writer's block is. It's that feeling that you just feel like you can't write anything. There's no thoughts coming to mind, no words coming to the paper. And it is so frustrating because in your heart you know you want to write, but the words won't flow. I've dealt with it. We all have. And if you haven't yet, you will. But we've talked about three strategies. Free writing, which is writing freely without thinking of who's going to read it, what's on the page, and what somebody might say about it. Set a timer for 3 minutes, 5 minutes if you're feeling ambitious, but start with three. And just free write. And before you know it, you'll have words on the paper. Change your environment. Find a new place to write. Go to the library. Go to a cafe. Go to the park. Even change rooms in your house. Find a co-working space where you're working and the vibe is conducive to production. And then set small goals. Small achievable goals are what get you to the finish line. And the fifth strategy that I want to share with you is, when all else fails, give yourself permission to take a break. It's okay to take a break when you're writing. It's okay to take a break when you're working. Writing is very mentally taxing. It is intellectually stimulating, but also depleting. And you need to take a break and recharge. When I take a break, I like to get up and go for a walk. I work from home, so if I take a break, I may do a chore around the house, like unloading the dishwasher, throwing in a load of laundry, or running the vacuum. Especially running the vacuum is a physical activity, and so it engages different parts of your brain that when you're ready to come back and sit, it does feel like a load is lifted, that feeling of, I can't accomplish anything. I can't write one word or one coherent sentence. That is all gone because you have moved your body and gotten up and you have given yourself a break. So take frequent breaks, and it's okay to do that. So I don't see any questions today in the comments yet. So, but if you ever have a question, email me at carriekreisman@gmail.com. Send a question in my Make Memoir Magic Facebook group. And if you're not yet a member of Make Memoir Magic, my Facebook group, I encourage you to join. It's a community of writers and authors and people who enjoy reading. So it's a supportive community. You can share your work, you can ask questions, and I hope you can find inspiration. Download my free writing prompts. That's available on my website at carriekreisman.com. It's also available at the link in my bio, and I will include it in the comments as well after we're done with this lesson. And I invite you to just be patient with yourself. Writing is an act of vulnerability, and it is an act of intellectual brain work. if you will. And it's hard sometimes. It's hard, but you can overcome writer's block. You can use free writing. You can change your environment. You can set small goals. You can use writing prompts. And ultimately, you can take a break. You've deserved it. It's your reward for wanting to share your words with the world. So I want you to think about which one of these strategies you are going to use first. And I want you to try it and tell me how it worked. Did taking a break give you the inspiration that you needed? Did changing environments and writing in the cafe or coffee shop churn out your first chapter of your book? Tell me about it. I want to hear about your success. And download my writing prompts. I want you to have them at your disposal and use them when you feel you need them as a resource. Um, so, wrapping up, since we don't have questions, we're going to wrap up maybe a little bit early, but we've discussed 5 actionable strategies that you can use today to overcome writer's block. You can set a timer for 3 minutes and engage in free writing. You can change your environment and find a new place to write that's inspiring and stimulating. You can download my free writing prompts and get started on something new and something that will engage you and that you will be excited to write about. And you can set small goals that you can achieve that will make you feel like you are making progress, and you can take that well deserved break. So, thank you for being here today for my Make Memoir 15-minute mini masterclass. And I hope you'll join me next Wednesday at 2 o'clock right here in Facebook Live. Follow me on Instagram at Carrie Kreisman Author. Follow me on my Facebook page, Carrie Kreisman, author, inspirer, and educator. Join my Facebook group, Make Memoir Magic. You'll be kept abreast of what I'm going to be talking about next week and any other events that I am offering and any other free resources that I create for you, because I want you to be successful and ultimately, after today, overcome writer's block, right? So thank you again for being here today, and happy writing, and as always, enjoy the process.